Right. How's it, guys? Back to mobility. Wrists are warm, we don't need those for today. We're going to touch on the knee. It's a funny joint because we think about knee mobility. I don't think it's something we neglect sometimes, and we need to look after your knees if you want to squat and jump and walk and do what you do. So it's a little bit of an odd thing to look at, but obviously just getting them warm first. So just a nice together stance, feet together, knees together, and all we're going to do is keep them together and do little circles around, and it just gets the muscles warm around the knees, get it moving, obviously change direction. 15 to 20 circles per side will warm them up nicely, get them going, and it will get us ready to get into the next little bit. Now, child's pose. Now, I think we take this for granted. I've got a couple of clients that they can't put their butt down on their heels. They just can't sit like that. And you go, what's the problem? Well, we're looking at the knee joint because that's the joint that's affecting that to happen. And if they don't have the mobility to sit there, there's obviously some restrictions happening there. So most of us will probably sit there and it's no issue. Great, stretch it out, awesome. What you can do if you feel you want to try and stretch a little bit more, I won't rotate out a lot, but you take your heels out of the way and you're actually going to sit your butt past your heels and see if your knees will allow you to bend that far. And all healthy knees should allow you to move with a full range of motion. One of the other things you can do while you're chilling in that position is give the front of the legs a bit of a stretch. If you lift up and you leave the toes there, it's going to give it a nice stretch. While we just getting the knees to do what they need to do. Going from there, and that's the one where it's a little bit more painful, a bit of flexion gapping of the knee or gap smash. Two ways you can do that, either small ball or a towel. Towel's less painful, but obviously the ball gives a little bit more work. So what you can do is you roll up a towel, get the towel up right into the knee joint there, get it stuck in there, and I'm going to do a bit of flossing. So I'm going to move in and out and press. So like the child's pose, I'm going to try and get my butt on my heel, all right? And that's going to give a bit of leverage for me to move the knee, just move in and out. And you don't really feel much there, unless obviously you've got restrictions. So that's the one way. The other way is get a ball just inside that tendon there. Going to get it in there now. Obviously need to get staying in there, and I'm going to squeeze it in there and push forward and back. And remember, no pain face, smile, right? If it's too painful to do, you should probably back off just a little bit. But again, it's not something you're going to hold. You're going to move in and out of it and spend about 2 minutes again there. And I know I've mentioned in all the other videos, time-wise, 2 minutes generally gives you a good basis to move from. Easiest way is maybe set up your phone or interval clock timer, put the 2 minutes on there, then you know at least you're spending enough time there, because it is something that can be boring, but if you stick with the timer, you'll stay on track and you'll get your mobility done before you even know it and get into the class and look after your knees. Cool, that's it.